Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Connor, please?
This is Connor.
Connor, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, you said your name is Jubal?
Yes.
And what? Huh?
Yeah, now you're confused.
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
All right. And you're calling me why?
I'm calling you because we got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they asked us to give you a call.
I don't understand.
I'll explain it for you. So we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, right? It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out why you didn't call them back.
Okay. So what does it have to do with me? I don't get it.
Because you recently went on a date, sort of, with a girl named Abby.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that. Is there anything else that I can help with?
Hang on one second. Like, Abby asked us to call you because she wants to know why you won't get back to her. She said she had a really fun time with you and thought you guys had a great connection and chemistry and everything else.
I really just don't want. Well, she was nice on all those things. We had a really fun time, and I thought it was going to be great. But I just don't want to talk about it.
Connor, hold on a second. Take a breath. The thing is, she really liked you, man. Like, we talked to her about your date. By the way, nice move, swooping in and rescuing her from a dirtbag.
Totally.
Well, she told you about all that?
Yeah. She told us about how you guys met. She told us about how you hung out for a while after, and she told us how she really liked you, and now you're not calling her back.
Dude, she sounds like a really nice girl, and even though you guys spent an hour together, she's invested into this.
God, this is so... I wish I could make it different. I really do, but I just can't. I just can't.
What do you mean you can't make it different? Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can do whatever you want to do.
Are you really uncomfortable right now because you're actually in a relationship and you don't want your girlfriend to find out?
That's not it at all. That's not it at all. She was really nice. She was really sweet. It just wouldn't work out.
Hold on a second, Connor. If you're saying that she's nice, sweet, and you're available, don't you think you owe her an explanation in telling her why you're not getting back to her? I mean, did you just not like her?
No, I totally liked her, but I like the way my face looks more.
What?
Huh?
You like the way your face looks more?
Oh, my God.
You want to date yourself?
What are you talking about, man? You're rambling right now, not making any sense.
Okay, all right. She obviously told you guys how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which again, nice move.
And we hung out afterwards. And after the date, I'm going home, and I'm walking up to my apartment, and I get confronted, attacked by douchebag.
What?
Who she was with at the first place.
What?
Are you serious?
Wait, Tinder date douchebag?
Whatever the hell his name is, the knuckle dragging frat boy douche follows me home, telling me that I'm not allowed to talk to her, I'm not allowed to contact her. If she contacts me, all this stuff is going to happen to me.
Whoa.
Psycho.
Wow.
Dude.
I mean, he pushed me, and he was trying to get physical, but he was 10 times bigger than me, and I'm just oh man, I got to talk my way out of this. You know?
What did you say to him?
I just said, look, I just met her for the first time. She asked me to get her out of there. I didn't know what your relationship status was or anything. And he's swearing and cussing at me, and he's ready to blow a gasket. And he's like, that's my effing girlfriend, and you don't talk to her.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
That's crazy. So
That's so crazy.
Do you think that was actually her boyfriend?
I don't know. I met her for the first time. All I know is that this dude knew where I lived, followed me home, and I'm not going to mess with him.
Dude, that's not her boyfriend. That's some psycho Tinder guy. If it was her boyfriend, she wouldn't be contacting us to put all of her business out on the radio.
Oh, we don't know that for sure. We have had a lot of weird things happen. It could be her boyfriend of 7 years, and we had no idea. I know how we can find out, though.
Yeah, you can ask me.
Okay, good. Thank you, Abby.
Huh? What's going on?
Connor, that's Abby. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
She's on the phone?
Yeah. Why don't you talk to her and find out the information for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor, hi.
Is this dude your boyfriend or what?
No, he's absolutely not my boyfriend. Everything I told you is true.
Realistically, it doesn't really matter because this dude knows where I live, and he wants to kick my ass, and I don't want any part of that.
Connor, that is so cowardly. You're going to let this guy not date a girl that you're interested in because you're afraid of him?
What?
Abby, you saw this guy. He's huge.
I mean, I can't believe that you just called him cowardly. I'd be scared poopless, too.
But if you really like someone, it shouldn't matter.
Why are you so
I'm
nonchalant?
like-
Why are you so nonchalant about your Tinder date being so crazy?
There are a lot of crazy douchebags out there, but I am more concerned about Connor. He was willing to, protect me when Tinder guy wasn't there, but when he is, he just, backs out. I don't understand.
Wow.
How am I the bad guy here? I almost got my ass beat.
Connor, I'm not saying you're a bad guy at all. I'm just saying if you're going to be a man, then be a man the entire time.
Ouch, Abby.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt me listening to it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how I'm being hurtful. I just need him to man up.
Man up. I mean, I met you and talked to you for an hour, and I just wasn't ready to get beat up for you.
Abby, it sounds like you're more interested in two guys fighting over you than you are in actually dating Connor.
No, I really, really, really like Connor. It's just confusing to me because he was my hero that night, and a hero doesn't back down to a bully like he's doing right now. I'm just so confused.
I didn't want to back down, but I did.
You know, that happens a lot. Sometimes you're confronted with something you're like, I don't want to back down from this, but you know what? I'm going to.
Bye.
Well, Connor, let me ask you this. Would you like to go out on a second date with Abby? We will pay for it. Maybe we can even hire a security guard to come along with you if you need it.
You should go, Connor.
You know, Abby, I really do like you. I mean, I am a little scared of this guy, but you make some excellent points. Maybe I need to stand up for myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should.
So is that a yes, Connor? Will you go out with her again?
Well, he probably can't take both of us, so yeah, let's give it a go.
All right.
Abby-
If he
Abby-
does, you're going to throw Abby in front of you. Yeah, for sure. Use her as a shield.
Abby does sound scrappy, I will say that.
Abby, do you want to go out with Connor again, even though he let you down in the manly department?
I would love to go out with Connor again.
Yay!
And Connor, I can really help you be tougher. We can take a Taekwondo class together.
Or, Abby, great idea. You guys go to a bar on your next date, and then you just mouth off to people left and right. I'm sure eventually somebody will want to punch Connor in the face.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Mark.
I'm speaking.
Is this Mark who served jury duty just about a week ago?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm from the district attorney's office, and I need to speak with you about something.
I don't think you can say that.
No.
What's going on?
My name is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Close to the same thing.
What is this? What's happening?
Well, it's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update, and one of our listeners actually emailed us to get a hold of you. Her name is Melissa, and you two had jury duty together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did.
Yep, and you guys went to lunch every day that you had jury duty, right?
Yeah, why do you know that?
Why I know it? I'll tell you why I know it. I know it because we talked to Melissa. And she's really confused because she said that you guys were flirty, going out to lunch every day, and she thought you guys were going to actually have a date after the case was over, and now you're not calling her back. So she wanted to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why.
Oh, man.
Is there a reason that you're not calling her back? Did you not like her?
No. That's the complete opposite. I just fell for this girl, man. Hard.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it was one.
Wow.
Wait.
If you liked her that much, then why would you not return her text message or her phone call?
Because I don't trust myself around her, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's such a line of BS. What does that mean? Are you married or something?
No, I'm not married. It wasn't anything like that. I just I realized that it probably wasn't great for me to be around her.
How, though? What do you mean?
She she didn't do this intentionally, but she inadvertently changed my vote for this trial.
What?
Whoa.
And after I got back and I was like, oh my God, I just put this dude away when I didn't really believe that he was guilty, because she did, and we were talking, and it was just oh no, yeah, totally, completely. I know, I agree with you, of course,
Whoa.
and I, oh man, yeah, dude, I didn't.
Wait a
So
minute.
she told you, okay, sorry, you're confusing me a little bit. So you voted that this guy was guilty, but you didn't think he was guilty because of her.
Yeah, I can't really explain it, to be honest with you. I mean, she's so beautiful, my God, and she's so smart. I feel like I would do anything for her.
Whoa.
And that terrifies me.
Man, that is-
Usually that's a good thing.
Yeah,
where
that's
people are like, man, you're amazing. I would do anything for you, but you feel like...
Listen, if she can convince me to convict an innocent dude, what else could she convince me of, you know?
Oh, I'm sure that guy would be totally understanding. Like, hey, listen, I had the hots for this girl.
Don't worry.
Sorry about that whole locked up
Yeah.
thing.
And I didn't call her.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. It was love. Happy 5 to 10. I feel so incredibly guilty about the whole thing. I mean, this girl is amazing. If you talk to her, just please tell her there's nothing that she did. There's not like
Okay,
it's.
well, I don't even have to tell her that. You can.
I told you I don't want to talk to her.
No, I mean that she's on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you. So
Are you serious?
yeah, you've actually already kind of told her what the problem is.
Really, Mark? Of all the things, that's the reason?
Oh my! This is so awkward.
I didn't force you to vote one way or the other. You just asked me my opinion, and I gave it to you. I don't understand how that can make you feel like you don't want to see me again.
I know you didn't try and do anything. I know, but based on what you're saying, you convinced me to change my vote, and I changed my vote, and it's like this guy is behind bars now, and if I saw your face again, it would just make me think back to that moment, and I would feel like I put an innocent man behind bars because of you, and I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with that.
Wow. What? It's not even like a big case. I mean, it's not. He'll be in jail for a month. It wasn't like the sentence was that harsh.
It's not like you sentenced somebody to death.
Melissa obviously thought he was guilty. So, I mean, there's the other side of the argument, too.
It doesn't matter. It's already said and done. It's over. You know, and like this guy's behind bars right now. Who knows what's happening to him in there because of me? And I can't deal with. No, I can't deal with that guilt.
He's probably in like a minimum security prison. I mean, he's probably like in county downtown. He'll probably be out in about an hour for, overpopulation. Like, I'm sure it's not that bad.
That doesn't matter. There's a guy behind bars because of me.
And 10 other people. There were 10 other people that
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
he
it's
was
not just you.
I was the deciding vote. I had a vote on this man's life, and I screwed it up.
This man's life.
Melissa, are you still attracted to Mark after all this?
I think I'd prefer someone with more of a backbone, to be totally honest.
Oh.
Yeah, you seem like kind of a pushover, Mark.
That's what I'm saying. I can't be around her. I know that. I know that.
Okay. So you don't want to be around her because you have no backbone and you would never be able to stand up for yourself.
Normally, I am. I'm a strong-willed person with a strong backbone, but even just hearing her voice, I turn into a jellyfish.
Well,
Okay.
Hey, Mark, I need somebody to pick up my dry cleaning. Can you do that for me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I probably would.
In that case, Mark, would you like to go out on another date with Melissa? We will pay for a second date.
I mean, yes and no.
Yes and no. I guess the decision is all Melissa at this point. Melissa, do you want to go out with Mark again? It's your call.
Say no for his sake.
Yes, but I want him to pay for it, not you guys.
dude, Melissa, I feel like you're going to use your powers for evil.
Yeah.
Harness
Well,
them
now
for
that
good.
I know I have them, I must.
Oh, I'll do whatever you want. Let's just get this over with then.
Wait, are you saying you'll go out with Melissa again?
I have no choice.
Okay, and Melissa, you actually do want to go out with him again? I need to make sure.
Yeah.
I've never been put in this position before. Yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations, Melissa. You got yourself a second date
Oh, man.
Woohoo!
and an indentured servant for life, I think.
Oh, what have I done?
Oh, my God.
Hello?
May I speak to Alyssa, please?
Yeah, I'm Melissa.
Hey, Alyssa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
The radio station?
Yeah, the entire radio station.
Well,
I mean, why are you calling me?
I just want to talk.
yeah, she sounds
Honestly,
excited.
I need somebody to talk to, and I figured I would dial a random phone number, hoping that Alyssa would answer, and it all worked out. Sometimes life is crazy like that, Alyssa.
What's the real reason you're calling me?
Well, because I got an email about you. It's from a guy named Kyle that you went on a date with.
What?
Yeah, you went out with a guy named Kyle a little while ago, right?
Unfortunately, I did.
So obviously you
glowing.
didn't enjoy your date with Kyle very much.
No.
Well, Kyle enjoyed his date with you, and he liked you a lot, and that's why he emailed us, because he wanted us to see if we could get you on the phone since you haven't been responding to any of his text messages or phone calls or anything like that.
Oh, really?
So do you think you could tell us why you're not wanting to go out with Kyle again?
I don't know that I want to broadcast it. I mean,
Well, you don't have to broadcast it. We will.
I know what you mean. I just don't want to really say it on the radio.
He told us about your date, and I would think from his recap that it would make him look bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably already know the reason why. I mean, he's told you about the date.
I'm guessing it's from his ex-girlfriend texting him throughout the date.
He told you about that?
Yeah, he told us about that, and he told us about how he spilt some wine after, too.
And how he handled the ex thing, like showing you the text messages.
I know. And I'm on the first date with this guy. So what are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty boneheaded move, for sure. So that was it then. We should tell him never to show a date the crazy text from your ex-girlfriend that you're getting.
Well, yeah, that's definitely good advice because that wasn't good at all.
Right.
But, you know, I have a crazy ex, so I get it. So I we talked about it, and I was like, okay, got to let him off the hook a little. So, maybe he's nervous, whatever.
So wait, you're saying that you moved past that and you were okay with it?
I mean, I wasn't okay with it, but I was willing to, really give him a chance. You know what I mean?
All right. Then what ruined it? The wine?
He blew it again?
Spilling the wine, and you just had it. You're like, dude, that was a good glass of wine, you idiot.
Perfectly good wine.
It's a party foul. It's a dating foul. No, it was really the conversation leading up to that. He was very proud of his accomplishments and just talking about how much money he has.
Oh, God.
I mean, to the extent, it's 2 weeks ago, I rented a Learjet or something. It was like a private jet or something. Yeah, for his boys. And then they flew to Vegas. And then they're popping bottles.
Wow.
So jealous.
I know. I'm actually really jealous of him right now.
But both Jose and Jubal want to date him suddenly.
Yeah.
I don't get why men think that women are only interested in money.
I think it's because he was overcompensating because of the whole ex texting him, and he thought that bothered me.
Oh, so he was trying to impress you after messing up.
Right.
Yeah, and it obviously didn't work.
No, and that's when the whole wine situation happened, and then I couldn't believe what he did.
What did he do?
So he knocks over the glass of wine. It goes all over the table.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking, oh, gosh, we got to get the waiter for napkins. So I'm looking for napkins. As I look up, I see him reach in his back pocket, and he has these, two $100 bills, and he's dabbing up the wine with money.
No
Shut up.
way.
Oh, my God.
That's
Did you just start
amazing.
laughing? Oh, my God. That is so out of control.
Hundreds?
I even asked him, I was like, what are you doing?
And how did he respond to that?
He said, no, worry about it. I'll take care of it. And that's when the waiter showed up.
Oh,
I
my
have
God. I'd be mortified.
Met some people who make a lot of money,
Oh.
and I've met some really douchey ones who make a lot of money, but I have never met anybody who would clean up a spill with $100 bills in order to prove to you how rich they are.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. And then the waiter was like, is everything okay here?
You're like,
my
no,
God.
this guy's wasting hundreds of dollars cleaning up wine.
And then he had the nerve to take the soaked $100 bills and give it to the waiter for his tip.
Oh, my God. So,
that
take my
sucks.
scraps,
Here's
basically.
crumpling.
Oh,
my
I mean,
God.
granted, I'd still be excited if I was a waiter and I
Oh,
got
I'd be-
$200.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Dry
care.
I mean, I'd dry it out. It'd be no big deal.
Whatever.
But I couldn't believe what a douche this guy ended up being.
Still $200,
When we
people.
talked to him, he sounded so nice.
I am nice.
Oh,
What was that?
that was Kyle. Kyle, you're supposed to wait until I call you into the conversation, but apparently when you got a bunch of money, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to listen to the rules.
Kyle, you're on the phone right now?
Yeah, and I'm sorry to jump in like this, but I just had to defend myself. I mean, I am a nice guy. I gave the guy $200.
You did. That's a very nice tip.
Kyle.
Technically.
That was the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me.
What's embarrassing? It was just a little bit of spilt wine. What's embarrassing about that?
Are you
There's
kidding?
nothing embarrassing about that.
It's not about the wine. You took $200 bills. People don't even have that kind of money, and you soaked it in wine. It's so insulting.
It's not insulting. I promptly gave them to the waiter as a tip. I think that's a very generous tip. I think I was doing a nice thing.
Yeah,
It's a nice tip, but like after using money to clean up wine on a first date, that's kind of a douchey move, man.
Not kind of. Not kind. There's no kind of about that
I realize
statement.
that, but I'm trying to be nice to him so he stays on the phone.
Honestly, I just grabbed it, but I make like 5 times that while we're sitting there eating dinner. So what's the matter?
My God, you are still bragging. I can't
Ballin'.
even handle you right now.
It's not bragging. It's a fact. I can't help it if that's my life. That's just the way it is. That's just a fact.
Are you guys hearing this guy? This is what my entire date was like. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Look, if you wanted to date somebody poor that acts all poor, then you shouldn't have been on a date with me.
Dang,
God.
dude.
I don't care about poor or rich. I just want to date a good person.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. I'm a good, rich person. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is why I didn't return your calls, because the way that you talk about it, I mean, it's like I liked you before you started bragging about being loaded.
I wasn't bragging about anything. I was just telling you about my life. That's just how it is.
Kyle,
I wasn't bragging about anything.
you obviously have some insecurities, and that's why you're trying to make up for it with money. Like, I get that, but are you hearing what she's saying? Like, people can actually just like you for you. I think that's a positive thing.
I totally agree.
People do like me for me. It's just that I come with a lot of money. It's just people like me. It's part of me is all this money.
Oh, my God. You're so bragging right now. And you know what, guys? You haven't even heard the worst of what he said.
It gets worse?
How?
What? What did I say?
I don't know how we got on this conversation, but I asked what his favorite things were, and he replied, commas.
What?
Commas?
Like he's into...
Yeah, commas, because he wants to get as many commas in his bank account as possible.
Oh, my God.
You didn't say that, Kyle, did you?
That is so bad.
Hey, man, everybody's got to have goals, and I got goals. More commas. That's my goal, man.
But nobody is attracted to a person whose passion is just money.
You haven't been on a date with me. Once you go on a date with me, you'll forget about everything except the money.
Oh.
Well, speaking of dates, Alyssa, would you like to go out on a second date with Kyle?
gosh.
He will pay for it. I'm not paying for anything with you, Kyle. No.
That's a good point, Jubal.
Why should I? Kyle's got all the money in the world.
He's got all those commas.
Would you like to go out with him?
You know what? He may have all the money in the world, but he has no class, so no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Didn't see that one coming.
Well, you blew it, sweetheart. It's your loss.
Oh, man, and the sweetheart, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, no second date for you, Kyle.
Oh.
Whatever. I'll go buy a second date somewhere else. I'm not worried about it.
I can't even believe this guy. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But I do want to use that commas line at some point in my life. Thanks for that, Kyle.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nina, please?
this is Nina.
Oh, good. You're safe. Nina, I've been worried about you.
Okay, who is this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. This is Brooke,
Hey, Nina.
and Jose is the guy that you just heard laugh.
Okay, why am I talking to a bunch of people?
Because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And you recently met up with one of our listeners, but now you're not talking to him.
Okay, this is weird.
Yes.
I know. I figured it would be. But his name is Sean.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy.
What?
Wait, hold on, Nina.
Okay.
Why are you being so nonchalant about this whole thing? Because he said that you ditched him.
I ditched him?
Yeah, that's what he says.
He said you went to the bathroom and, didn't come back, ditched him.
Oh my God. I guess I did. Oh God.
I'm so confused.
How-
I can't believe I did that. That was so mean.
Yeah.
How are you not? I am so confused by you right now, Nina.
Me too.
Yeah, how did
I
you
know.
how'd you ditch him on accident, and then why haven't you responded to his phone calls or anything?
To be honest, when I went to the bathroom, I I I accidentally met up with my ex, and
Okay.
you know, obviously we're no longer together, but we just have this chemistry, and whenever we see each other, we just hook up. We can't seem to keep our hands off each other, and I
Sweet.
just, you know,
When you went to the bathroom, you ran into your ex and like went home with him?
yeah, we just, you know, but you know how it is when there's like passion for someone. I honestly like forgot about Sean, and I was just in the moment, and we took off, you know, and I just ended up spending the rest of the night with him. I'm really sorry. I feel terrible.
But how are you just now realizing that you ditched Sean in this whole thing?
I know. It was just, we just had so much fun that night. I guess I just completely forgot about Sean.
Okay. Why not call him back or text him back after he tried to get a hold of you?
I felt a little weird afterward, you know? I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to lie to him. I just kind of figured it was a quick situation and he would go away. So I just kind of left it at that.
I think that's pretty understandable.
Yeah.
What are you
yeah.
going to say?
The only problem is, Nina, he hasn't gone away because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious right now? Like, is this really real life?
Are you serious? You had him waiting on the phone to talk to me this whole time? What's wrong with you guys? Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, but yeah, he was waiting this whole time to talk to you, and now I guess he knows the truth.
What kind of person does this? Like, you actually forgot that we were in the middle of a date? Like, how could you just forget that a human being even exists because you bump into some dude?
Oh, my God. Sean, first of all, I was drunk, and we, like, I literally had just met you, like, you know, what was it, like 45 minutes? So
after
you're a nice guy, but...
So after you sobered up, you saw my text, you saw that you missed calls, no, nothing in you. There was no remorse, no, oh, man, that's pretty messed up, nothing. No.
I mean, I feel bad about it, but I kind of figured it was such a quick hookup, and I thought I said goodbye to you before I left, so, you know, I forgot. You know, I was, like I said, I had a few drinks, so I wasn't thinking clearly.
We're on a first date, Nina. I mean, and you just go hook up with your ex-boyfriend. You don't sound like you're all that broken up about it. I mean...
I do feel bad about it, but come on, we met on Tinder, dude. I mean, you know, it's not like you're going to propose to me or anything, so I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, you know, I guess maybe at some point I would have reached. I just really didn't put a lot of thought into it.
At some point? What, were you going to wait till I had a birthday? I mean...
No, I figured I would call you at some point, but, you know, I was just wrapped up with my ex, and I wasn't really putting a lot of focus on it, you know?
Nina.
Oh, my God.
I know. I feel so bad for you, Sean. Nina, that is really messed up that you just ditched somebody. He had a bad night to begin with. He had already been ditched by his friends.
Well, first of all, not everybody has an ex like my ex.
Oh.
Okay, this guy, well, I won't even get into that. And I mean, I do feel bad for Sean. I just never thought it was that deep, really.
You know what? Now I don't even feel as bad. I don't even feel as bad. Because you know what I did? So I wouldn't take a total loss for the night? I hooked up with one of her girlfriends.
No
way!
You did not tell us that before, Sean.
Wait a minute. What? You did what?
Oh, now it matters? Now it matters?
Wait a minute.
I hooked up.
Who was it? Who did you hook up with?
I mean, why does it matter? You know, I'm just some guy you were going to call at his birthday. I mean,
No,
what difference does it make?
It doesn't even matter. I bet I know who it was anyway. It's she's a slut in the group. But now I'm just like, I'm really confused because if you did that, why are you going through all this trouble to contact me? Why don't you just go with her?
That's a good point.
Why are you contacting me?
I mean, I was a little more interested in you, but, you know, I'm over that now, obviously.
Well, you're not. I mean, you're. It's sounding all confusing to me because if you're interested in me, why are you hooking up with one of my friends?
Oh, let me use
that's not cool.
Let me use your drunk excuse. Oh, I was drunk, so, you know, it just kind of happened.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
All right, well, on this note, Nina, I would like to ask you if you would like to go out with Sean again on a second date. We will pay for it.
That's a very generous offer, but I think I will respectfully decline.
Oh my God. I wanted you guys to go out again to see who you'd actually end up going home with that night.
Well, maybe you can pay for him to go out with okay?
I mean, good. I mean, I don't want to go with you again anyway. I mean, honestly, your girlfriend was a little hotter than you, and then there was a couple other ones that I might be more interested in that was in that party anyway. So yeah.
Okay. So now Sean's got all the girls.
This is why I should meet up with guys on Tinder. I am done with that whole situation. I mean, you have, like, completely turned me off. And, like, if I'm going to be meeting jerks like you, then, nah, not even worth it.
Whoa.
That's fine. Yeah, stick to guys that dump you in real life.
Oh, my God.
My gosh.
All right, well, thank you very much, you guys. And at least, hey, Sean, look at it this way. Now that you're kind of an ex of hers, you went on a date, next time you see her out with another dude, you might be able to hook up with her. It all works out.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Marianne.
This is she.
Hey, Marianne, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. Hello?
Oh, my God.
What?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hey.
Hi.
Marianne, my name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a
Yep, I know who you guys are.
Oh, hey.
Oh, awesome. Well, what's up? How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking.
And for listening. That's rad.
So I don't really listen to you guys. I just know I knew someone who did or does.
Oh, would that guy's name be Joseph by any chance?
Yes, it would. Why?
Well, because he emailed us and asked us to call you.
Great. Is it just one of these awkward date things?
Well, kind of. It's called a second date update is what we're doing.
Oh, right. Second
Yes.
date update.
Okay.
Yep.
God, you sound so annoyed with us right now.
Yeah.
I'm just, guys, I'm just annoyed that Joseph would have you call me. Like, why would he do that?
Well, because it's a segment that we do on our show. When somebody goes out on a date with somebody and then they get blown off, they'll email us to see if we can get that person on the phone and ask if something went wrong. Now, I know you guys never actually went on a date, right?
Exactly. So I don't understand the phone call.
Okay, well, he said that he really likes you, and he had asked you out a couple times, and you agreed to go out with him, but all of a sudden you stopped talking to him. So that's why he wants us to call you, to see if he can get you to go out with him again.
And he thought this would be the best way to do that.
Apparently, yeah.
He thought that you may think it's fun, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe I need to be better. I mean, you guys could already tell in my voice that I'm annoyed, right?
Yes.
Right.
So imagine this in my Spanish class for a whole semester. So why would this make me want to go out with Joseph?
I mean, if he was so obnoxious, why'd you say yes to him to begin with?
I said yes like the second day, I think, of class, and I thought it was going to be like coffee and helping him with Spanish.
Oh.
I mean, and then the more I got to know him, the more I was like, he's obsessed with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that from a conversation with him. He sounds like he's a real big fan of the show.
That's how I found out about you guys. It was because of him. He'd be listening to you guys in class, like obviously not paying attention. And no offense, but you guys don't speak Spanish. It's not like, some Spanish radio station.
Right. We're not helping him with his Spanish at all.
So he would listen, and then he'd be like, oh, take my earbud and listen too. I'm like, we're in class. And then he'd be laughing hysterically. He thought it was so funny. And he would just constantly bug me about it. Like, no, you got to listen to them. They're great. They're so funny.
Do you think he was just using it as a way to connect with you?
I'm sure he is, but clearly it's not, the connection was not made. So we just need to let go.
All right. So just tell him to get over it and not contact you anymore. You don't want to go out with him again, you think?
Yes, please. Yes. Marianne. What was that?
Oh, that's Joseph. He wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Seriously, guys?
Yeah.
Marianne, I don't understand. I thought you liked the show. I mean, come on. They're fantastic. Like Brooke and Jubal and Jose. Yeah, this is a laugh.
Joseph, seriously?
No, but I mean, you've heard Jubal's voices, haven't you?
This is the biggest turnoff that I could ever come up with.
Wait a minute, come on.
I like being the biggest turnoff ever, Marianne. No, I like that. I take that as the best compliment I've ever received.
She's spot on.
How about Duff? Can you do Duff the Meathead for her? Do Duff the Meathead.
No, I'm not going to do any voices on demand right now for Marianne.
Joseph, you're not getting it. I can't believe you're defending that piece. Like, you need to let it go and try to prove to her that you have a personality outside of talking about us.
Okay, what about the big poop? What about that?
I'm not going to do big poop. No, I'm not doing any voices right now.
Well, Marianne, this is come on. This is some of the funniest stuff I've ever heard. Huh?
Oh my God, that's Spanish, and you would know that if you actually paid attention in class. But listen, you need to find somebody maybe less intelligent that will love these people. I will think
excuse me.
funny.
Okay, excuse me. You have to be intelligent to appreciate humor and to be funny. Okay.
Okay.
If intelligence
Let's
is
down on that
Jubal's
one.
a genius. No, Jubal's a genius. I'm telling you. Jubal.
Okay. Well,
you don't understand.
you need to find. No, I do understand. I do understand, Joseph. You need to find somebody that sparks so much love that you have for these people. You need to find that for someone else, because you don't have that for me. We just have different senses of humor, okay? You like a certain type, I like a certain type. This is not my type of humor. I don't think it's funny.
I just can't believe there's anybody who would not find this funny.
Believe me, Joseph, believe me, there are a lot of people who don't find this very funny.
Dude, I even have friends that don't find us funny.
No, but all my friends are so into the show. I'm telling you.
Joseph, I think we're having like an unhealthy relationship right now. Yeah. I think you need to concentrate on you and maybe other people in the real world around you.
But Marianne is real.
No, but
we're
not real. I'm real, but we never had a first date, a second date. Like, Joseph, you seem like a really nice person. I hope you find what you're looking for. I wish you all the best, but I'm not that person. Joseph, adios.
What?
What? Exactly my point.
Adios means bye in Spanish, Joseph. That's what she was saying before she hung up.
I just can't believe she wasn't into you guys. It just blows my mind.
It's fine.
Joseph, I think you need to get over us a little bit.
Us.
But I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't find you guys just the most hilarious, the most entertaining.
Wow.
Honestly, I can't believe she said those things. I mean, she was cracking up the whole time in class. When I was playing this.
Apparently, you read the situation wrong, Joe.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, the things she was saying about you guys, how can you take that?
It's fine.
Not really a big deal.
Doesn't really matter.
I mean, this really sucks, okay? But, maybe it's for the best, because if someone is not into you guys, I don't want to be around those kinds of people.
You know what, Joseph? I agree. And that's the way you should live your life, okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I'm sorry you couldn't get a date with her.
Well, I'm sure I'll find someone who's into you guys.
Yeah, but congratulations on being on the show, Joseph.
Yeah, I mean, she here's the thing. I told her one day I'm going to be on the show with them. You watch, and look, it came true.
You did it.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah. Dreams do come true, Joseph.
I asked the universe for it, and I got it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, Joseph.
Oh, and so can we do that phone tap I talked about to the warehouse?
You know what, Joseph? I'm going to give you our producer's email. You can email him over and over and over again.
No,
we get that done,
great,
okay?
Great. I can't wait. Can you do when we do the phone tap? You can do like the Duff.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay?
Oh, the big poop.
Yeah, we'll figure this whole thing out.
Hello.
Hi, is Rachel there?
This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
I'm not familiar.
Do you own a radio?
Yes, in my car I do.
Cool. Well, sometimes we're on that thing. One of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we could call you.
Okay. Who is that?
His name is Oscar.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, you were so excited leading up to it.
And Oscar told us about how he finally got up the nerve to ask you on a date the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he told us about your date. and he thought everything went great, but now apparently you're not calling him or texting him back, and also you're avoiding him at work. So he asked if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
Cool.
I sense the sarcasm there.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation.
Do you mind telling us what went wrong so that we can let Oscar know and maybe at least make things a little less awkward at work?
Oh, I just don't know what to say to him. You know, I don't know what to say.
If you say it to us, maybe we can say it to him in a way that won't hurt his feelings.
All right.
What did he do? The date sounded super sweet. The ice skating.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time on the date. It wasn't necessarily the date that was the bad thing.
So what was the bad thing then?
Well, you know, we work in the same office, so I just kind of found out some information about him that kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, my gosh. Shut up. You heard office gossip about him?
I did.
From who? Was it someone that you consider like a friend, or was it someone who you think would be jealous that you guys went out?
No, it's my friend, and she's happily married, so I believe her.
So
Yeah.
what was the office gossip?
I don't want to tell you guys because I don't want to embarrass him if it's not true, you know?
Come on.
Well, like I said, if you tell us, maybe we can find a creative way to tell him that doesn't make it super strange.
Plus, if there was something going around about you at the office, you'd want to know. So at least you could clarify whatever it is.
That's true. So, you know, all of our coworkers knew we were going out. So, of course, when I came back, my one friend's like, "How did it go?" And I was just telling her it was good. It was a nice date.
Yeah.
Okay.
And?
And then she, of course, started asking more detailed questions. And she said, "Did he do the thing?"
Did he do the thing? Wow. Sounds like he's got quite the reputation.
Yeah, he has a thing.
I don't know about Oscar. When Oscar takes ladies out, he does this thing. Did he do it to you? He's done it to all of us in the office.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that.
So what's his thing then?
Well, I kept asking her, and she said, "Well, did he do the hot cocoa thing?"
This is sounding even worse and worse in my mind.
Or better and better, depending on what you like. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever
I
your
could get down
flavor
with
is.
some hot cocoa.
That's true. I mean, it goes with the date. So I'm like, "Oh, no, we didn't have any hot cocoa." And she goes, "No, did he bring the cups?"
The cups?
And so apparently, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell this. Apparently he has been collecting, you know, those plastic cups in the break room where you get coffee and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's been collecting the ones that I'm drinking out of, like when we'll have a nice conversation at work, and writing the date on the cup. Yeah.
Weird. He's been collecting your coffee cups?
Yeah.
Oh my
What was what was the hot cocoa thing? I mean, that's weird already, but
Yeah, I think he was going to, like, serve us hot cocoa out of the cups that he collected and, like, show them off.
weird and unsanitary.
Right? I know.
So wait, was she not freaked out by this? She thought it was going to be something cool?
I mean, she thought it was cute. I mean, she
Wow.
also thinks he's, like, sweet teddy bear Oscar. You know, she's good friends with him. So.
Okay, so in her mind, he can't do anything creepy.
Right. She's like, "Oh, he's showing his affection." But to me, I'm like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's basically like taking locks of your hair.
Exactly.
Right. It's like taking my DNA.
Maybe he's trying to create a new you in a petri dish in his apartment somewhere.
Come on,
You know
guys.
what? Maybe that's the gossip going around.
Come on, though. If you backed up and you took her criticism of who he is, he's obviously a nice guy.
It sounds nice, but at the end of the day, he's literally going into the trash can and collecting the coffee cups I drank out of.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Yep.
trying to spin it for him, but I don't know that I can.
I don't think you can.
I know.
I don't think anybody can. I wonder if Oscar can even save himself. And Rachel, I do have to let you know that you did actually say it to Oscar because he's on the other line
Oh my
listening
God.
and wants to talk to you.
No, you guys.
Yeah. Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Oscar.
What's up with the cups, man?
Oh, he's so embarrassed, you guys. Don't make it worse.
I can't believe they told you about it. I mean, they ruined everything. I mean, they ruined the surprise.
I mean, it would have been weird anyway. It's Like, either way, it would have been kind of creepy.
I feel like if you had just seen it, it wouldn't have been as creepy. Like hearing it from someone else, yeah, I get it. It might come off creepy, but it was going to be a whole thing. I was going to, lay the cups in a certain way in a presentation. There were going to be candles. It was going to be super romantic, and it was like kind of a literal trip down memory lane.
Oh my God. But we don't have that many memories.
Not that you know of, Rachel, but it sounds like Oscar has a lot of great memories.
That's my point. Like, we have memories. Each cup is a memory, and every cup has. I wrote down what we talked about, and that's it.
Okay, so how many of the cups do you have?
It's not that many. I mean, it's like 12.
12? Did you say 12?
12?
Yeah.
I don't even remember having 12 conversations. Like, we don't even know each other that well.
Oh my God, Oscar!
I mean, I get how it could be sweet, but do you also kind of see my point of view?
Yeah, I know. I totally understand. I realized that it would be weird, and that's why, I was just taking my time. I was going to show you in a couple days' time. I mean, that was the plan.
I just don't even think that's, like, enough time to show me something like that. Like, it's just creepy.
Yeah, Oscar, you only show somebody when they're 2 years in and they're already so invested that they can't leave because you're a weirdo who collected their cups.
You guys just don't get it, okay? I mean, I still think it's a very romantic gesture. I think that it shows, like, an attention to detail that someone really, cares about you and like, isn't just, like, trying to do, like, a light, casual thing. And
It's a little misguided, but he did, like, for months think that you were awesome and try so hard to find his in to even ask you out.
And for me, like, each cup, it's not just a piece of plastic. It's a memory, that we shared and that we talked about stuff,
Somehow, Oscar, this is beginning to be romantic for me. Like, it's morphed from being really creepy into like, okay, that's kind of sweet.
He's trying. At least he's trying.
Do you agree with that, Rachel?
I mean, Oscar, you're a great guy. I wouldn't have agreed to go out, but isn't there, like, another way you could have done it than digging my dirty cups out of the trash?
I mean, I could have, collected your staples or something. I mean, I just feel like a cup has an energy to it, something that, just signifies that, that it's a moment,
It's been held.
Yeah.
It's been touched to her lips.
It's gone from creepy to sweet back to being weird, Oscar.
Yeah, it has. I'm trying.
Rachel, would you like to go out with Oscar for a second date? We will pay for it.
I don't even know
I don't think that he's like a weird, creepy dude. I think that he's just a little misguided in the romance department.
As long as the cups are the only thing you're collecting, for real, though, Oscar.
Yeah, that's true. If you just don't bring any mementos, like, I feel like I'd be open to kind of a normal, like, dinner date or something, maybe.
If it's a second day with you, I will let go of the cups.
Wow, that's a big commitment, Rachel.
I mean, that's months of work right there.
Oscar will throw out his creepy stalker cups if you'll go out with him again.
I will burn those cups right now.
Good man.
That sounds creepy to me for some reason. Now he's going to be thinking about when you met and just burning it, Rachel.
Yeah, that's kind of like a weird seance. But you know what? I've already made my decision. I'm cool with it.
All right. Well,
you guys are
congratulations.
really cute.
You got a second date, Oscar.
Yes.
And Rachel, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And start bringing your own coffee mug to work.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Aaron.
This is Aaron.
Aaron, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm okay. From where?
Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I only listen to NPR. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of the
It's
same.
great. No, we're not at all.
If you add a like NPR plus Justin Bieber plus fart jokes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm not familiar. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because a listener to our show actually emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone.
A listener. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know anyone who might listen to you, but sure.
Well, you do actually know one person who listens to us. Her name is Nicole, and you guys went out on a date the other day.
Yeah. I know Nicole. I blocked her.
What?
Wait, you what?
I blocked her from everything. Social, her number.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, why would you block her?
her?
How is that any business of yours?
Well, because she emailed us and wanted us to get in touch with you because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them afterwards, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask what went wrong. So she was curious why you weren't calling her back, and I guess we know now that you've blocked her, but she wanted to know why.
Oh, so you're going to tell her?
Yeah, that's the whole point. We get the info from you, and then we pass it along to her.
Okay, I think this could be good for her to know, actually.
Okay, so what would you like us to tell Nicole?
Well, tell Nicole that it's been done, it's been played out, and she needs to shake it up a little bit.
Is she like harassing you or something, and that's why you blocked her? Is that what you mean by it's been played out or something?
No, I mean, tell her she needs to stop being so average.
What?
Being so average.
Whoa, what is that?
Okay, and
Very average.
what about her
was
is
mean.
so average?
I mean, not to be mean. I mean, it's just how she is. But, you know, it's the same American thing. The girl who thinks she likes to travel and is so cultured, but really isn't.
So wait, you blocked her from all social media and everything on the internet because you think that she's average and isn't well cultured enough?
I'll give you an example. You know, she says she's well-traveled. And she says, you know, France is her favorite place to go. And she says the most incredible place to go in France is Paris. And then she, like, flashes her stupid Eiffel Tower keychain. I was just not impressed.
You were not impressed that she liked Paris?
Not at all. Every American woman says they love Paris.
So what if Paris is an awesome city? So what?
Paris was an awesome city in the 19th century.
So,
I mean,
Paris is not awesome anymore.
no, I mean, most people, you know, you say Lyon or you say Dijon. But, I mean, Paris was a while ago. We did that.
Whatever you said to me just sounded like mustard. That's all.
It's a city.
Yeah, I don't know where you're talking about.
I mean, you get the gist. She's an American girl, says she loves to travel, and she's just skimmed the surface, and I wasn't that impressed with it, and frankly, I didn't have the patience for it.
You sound super condescending. Like, can't you just understand that, one, she's trying to connect with you on a level where she knows you have interests?
Connects with me over Paris. I find that very funny.
Whoa.
Paris isn't cool.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, if I ever take a trip to France, I know not to go to Paris now, right?
I mean, you can fly to Paris and buy a croissant and go to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and you're still not a world traveler.
What are you talking? There's some people that I know that has never even been out of the country. I mean, good for her for
I pity
making
those
it.
people.
Okay.
Just like you pity Nicole,
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Aaron, thank you for sharing. I need to share with you that Nicole is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Wait, right now?
Yes, right now.
Right now.
Yes, Nicole?
Hey, Aaron, it's that basic chick you went on a date with. I'm so embarrassed right now. I swear to God, he was not this pretentious on our date, okay? Like, he was a cultured person. He was not this condescending. This is not who I thought you were, Aaron.
How would you remotely know that I'm cultured if you're not close to that?
It's like, you're talking to me as if we didn't converse at all the night. I told you, I've been to many, many countries. You've lived in Paris for 8 years. I've traveled to France, Italy, Austria, Switzerland. Like, I've been many places. How can you say that?
Just stop talking. I don't need to hear, your passport stamps of the world. I heard you say it once on our date, and I don't need to hear it a second time.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't understand. Like, who do you think you are? Do you think that you're like some prince or something? I mean, why do you think that you're so incredible?
Yeah.
Well, I actually do have a little bit of royal ancestry and blood, but
Oh, my God.
but I don't like to, talk about it much.
Well, why would you? That's kind of showing off at that point, Aaron.
Well,
Look, Aaron, all I have to say is, like, if you plan on ever finding love in this life, you've got to change because you're being a huge pretentious jerk right now.
I'll think about that next time I'm flying on my jet to Megève with my family to ski, and you're at some senior frogs trying to buy a shot glass. tell everyone you went to Puerto Vallarta.
My God.
Oh my God. I can't believe I actually liked you.
And you didn't see any of this on your date with him?
No, he totally hoodwinked me. I thought that he was a really sweet gentleman. I don't know, he must have real game or something.
This guy?
I actually was a gentleman. It was excruciating to sit there for 2 hours or whatever, and I laughed on the inside. And frankly, I think I'm done.
Oh,
Whoa.
man.
Well, that makes two of us, Aaron. Finally, we have something actually in common because we are both done. I do not ever want to speak to you again.
Oh, well,
Jeez.
that came as a shock.
And Nicole, before you go, it's pronounced can, not can.
Oh,
You know what, Aaron? Why don't you go suck your own because no woman is ever going to do it for you, okay?
Oh, my God. I just fell in love with Nicole. Oh, my God.
Aaron, you seem cultured enough. Are you able to do that? Because I've heard that Frenchmen can do that to themselves.
As every
Wow.
man should.
This is the reason I don't listen to terrestrial radio.
Well, thank you for being on terrestrial radio for a few minutes. Appreciate your feedback, Aaron. Nicole, I didn't even get to ask if you'd go on a second date with you.
Oh, come on.
I think you know the answer.
Well, I
anyway.
don't- I don't-
I'm honestly so sorry you had to deal with him, you guys. I'm very embarrassed right
That's all right. So what are you going to do now?
now. I mean, I'm just so angry. I just want to find him and just hit him over the head with a f***ing baguette or something.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think you may have the wrong number.
No, Keith. Hey, is this Keith?
What? Yes?
Keith, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah, he's
This
so...
is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yeah, that wasn't a goat who called you. That was me making a goat sound.
I bet he was confused.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a few questions about a mutual friend that we have.
My mutual friend?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any friends in radio.
No, she's not in radio. Her name is Marissa, and you sort of went on a date with her.
You want to... What now?
I wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit about your date with Marissa, because she emailed us and says that since you guys spent an afternoon hanging out at her farm, she hasn't heard from you, and she really thought you guys had a good connection and wanted to go out again.
She said all that, did she?
Yeah, she did.
It's a lot of groaning.
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. If you go out on a date with somebody and they don't call you back, they email us so that we can call you and find out why. So
A second date? There has not been a second date.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what the segment is called. She's basically asking why there won't be a second date.
Oh.
Did she do something wrong?
I don't know. It was okay for a while. It was okay at first as far as dates go. But let's just say it got weird at a certain point. And
Was it after you were humped by a goat?
she told you about that part too, huh?
Yeah, she told us all about it.
That was one of the highlights, really.
I loved it.
No, honestly, that wasn't it. That was actually, that was a surprise. But it ended up being, like a funny moment,
When she described the date, it sounded so fun. There was a bonfire at the end. You guys made out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
You
on
don't
paper,
agree, do you?
Yeah.
on paper, it sounds great, and honestly, a lot of it was really cool. I was really interested in her whole farm deal, and getting to swing a hammer and stuff. Do that kind of old school stuff was super fun.
Old school
It was great. There was a certain point it got weird. And, just all in all, she's real cool. It's just I don't think I'm ready for everything about what she's got going on out there. So
You don't think you're ready for farm life? When did it get weird?
Yeah.
there was just a moment that happened that has been really impossible to get out of my mind.
You have to share. It's killing me.
Well, it's not killing you.
What does that mean?
It's killing you.
Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you, but it's I'm not crazy about telling the story. Basically, came out there. We started pretty quick building this goat pen, which honestly was really fun. It was very Little House on the Prairie kind of deal. We're picking up fence rails and super fun.
Okay.
After a while, Marissa asked me, "Are you getting hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really working up an appetite. This is great." She's like, "Cool, I'll go get some food."
and she walks straight over to the chicken coop, and I hear like, a little commotion in the chicken coop. She comes walking out. She's got a chicken, and she's like, sort of walking towards the house, and I'm just watching her go, as you do when there's a girl. She's walking away.
Yeah, you always watch, for sure.
And as she's walking away, casual as anything, she just crack snaps the neck of the chicken.
Oh my God!
Wait, why?
So you watched her murder a chicken?
Yeah.
She just snapped its
Well, you
neck.
guys, it's farm life, man.
Yeah, but you don't just kill an innocent chicken.
Yeah, you do if you want to eat
innocent
chicken
chicken.
for lunch. Absolutely, you do. You pluck it, you cut the head off, and you go to town.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how it's done, but I never wanted to see it happen, and I never had seen it happen, and I never want to see it again.
I'm like you. I just like to pretend that somehow the chicken shows up cooked on my plate. That's how it's born.
So, like, I know intellectually it was once alive, and now it's a sandwich, but, like, I mean, I see the head of the chicken is pointing the wrong way now. And she didn't even break stride. She just crack, la, 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 walking down the way with this, dead feather thing in her hand.
Wow, that's it?
Wait, who's that?
It's Marissa.
Yeah, Keith. I should have told you Marissa is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Well, you did not say she was on the phone right now, dude.
I know. Slipped my mind. I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot. But now maybe you guys can talk it out a little bit. I don't know.
Listen,
Hello?
Keith, I knew this was your first time at a farm, but, like, I didn't think that you were naive enough to not know where a chicken comes from. Like, the stuff on your plate, it gets there. It's not like I sing a little song to it and it goes to sleep and then we have a chicken and we can roast. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it happens.
I mean, yeah, listen, hey, I know that happens, okay, but I was not ready to see that, and you gave me no warning. If you had said anything, if you had said, hey, I'm going to go over here and rip the head off a chicken right now, I would have been at least able to brace myself or maybe look away. I probably would have looked away.
Oh, come on. You're so dramatic. It wasn't that bad at all. First of all, I was walking away from you. You saw I had a chicken in my hand, and I said, are you hungry for dinner? Like, you can't connect the dots on that one.
Honestly, I thought you were going to get some eggs.
I wanted an omelet.
He's like, makes sense. He's like, she's got a chicken. Clearly, she's planning on making an omelet. Keith.
Yeah, it's not like I massage its butt and it gives me eggs. Like, that's not how it works.
Dude, am I the only one here that's actually really impressed by Marissa? If anything, Keith, I think you should be turned on. I mean, a woman who can take a chicken from life to death, pluck it, and serve it to you for dinner is impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, if we were like, caveman times, I got a debit card. That's how I go and like hunt things, I don't have to go I don't have to put on like rubber overalls before I do it.
Rubber overalls sound amazing. I need to know where to pick those up.
It's just crazy. Like, you go and you eat chicken all the time, right? Like, why is this an issue?
I used to.
Oh, right. So now you're a vegetarian because of this whole thing?
No, but
Then you're just a hypocrite.
Marissa, this is not like something, in my head or I'm thinking about it and like, oh, my principles. It's like, it freaked me out. It freaked me out. I don't know if you noticed, but I did not eat any chicken that night. I could barely look at it because I saw what happened to it. And, that night I would sleep on the couch and I'd start to drift off and then I would just see you just snapping that thing's neck.
Oh my God!
You hear that,
it was
Marissa?
a horror film.
Keith didn't call you back because he thinks you're a monster.
Oh my God!
Honestly, I thought it was going to take. It has taken me longer than I thought to like start to get over it, and I have not touched chicken since. I can't. I don't even like to smell it. It freaks me out.
Well, I can tell you it looks a lot worse if you're eating a pig or a cow.
Oh, God.
And here's the thing. I mean, the way Marissa did it, she probably had a name for the chicken. It lived a good life. You should be grateful for...
Well, that makes it way worse. Come on. That's terrible. It makes it like it's a pet, like a puppy or something.
Oh, no.
For your information, her name is Sophia.
Oh, no.
There you go, Keith.
God, great. Now I'm going to be having nightmares of Sophia's neck getting snapped. Thank you.
Well, Keith, I have to ask the question. I think I know the answer. But would you like to go on a second date with Marissa? We will pay for it.
I got to say no.
What is
No.
Dude, Marissa, you are better off. You don't want a sissy city boy anyway.
No complaint here.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Marissa, there you
The issue was like he could have at least said something.
Yeah.
Keith, you never even said anything about it being an
Yeah,
issue.
Keith, you could have handled it exactly how I would have handled it if I saw that. If I saw her snap that chicken's neck, I would have screamed and ran. I would have done it.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chris, please?
This is Chris. Who's calling?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Radio show.
Yes, it's a morning radio show.
What are you calling about?
I'm calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners, and they emailed me and asked if I could get you on the phone and ask you a few questions. Her name is Meredith.
Okay.
Well, Meredith emailed me and talked about your date a little bit, and she said that you had to leave early, and you haven't gotten in touch with her since, and she was kind of wondering why.
She actually said that?
Yeah, she told us about your date. She said that she met you at the vet clinic she works at. You were bringing in your dog, and she thought you were really cute, thought you were cool, and was really looking forward to going to dinner with you, but when you showed up at the house, you kind of were there for a minute and then told her you had to leave.
Yeah, it was just a strange situation.
Okay. She did mention that you told her you had deepnophobia, a fear of dinner parties.
I can't believe she told you all this.
Yeah, we talked to her for a little while about your date. And I'll be honest, from my perspective, it sounds like you made that up to get out of a date. Is that true?
You know, it's a condition.
So you are deepnophobic. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, sounds good. I stick
Yeah,
with it.
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing and you have it, or you just know it's a real thing and you use it to get out of dates?
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah, but you're not answering the question.
No one's
Do
debating.
you have deepnophobia for real, or did you just make that up for an excuse to get out of your date? Like, if you're lying, it's cool. I'm not going to judge you for it. Just tell us.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. I just needed to get out of there. It was really,
How did you know deepnophobia? Like, how did you choose that of all things?
well, I was super uncomfortable there, and I pulled up my phone. I Googled phobias, and like I was looking for a social phobia. And literally, that was the first one on the list. I was like,
I feel
Awesome.
like I'm pissed at you right now because I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and now it just turns out you're a big liar.
He's smart. He's not a liar.
He's a liar.
no, I'm not lying. It's a real thing. It's a fear of dinner conversation.
Yeah, that's not the liar part.
You lied
dumbass.
to Meredith, though. You lied to the girl that you went out with, telling her that you had this. Why would you need to do that?
Well, I would say she wasn't completely forthright with me. I'll just put it that way.
So she lied to you about something.
Yeah, we were supposed to hang out, right?
Okay.
Like her and I.
Yeah.
And it was just, it turns out that was not what happened.
Weren't you guys supposed to meet up at her place and then go to dinner by yourself? That's what she told us.
That's what she led me to believe, but once I got there, I could see there was something else on her mind, and I'm not that kind of person, really.
What are you talking about? You were upset because she was giving other people attention in a party or something?
No, I'm just not into group sex.
What? Wait, what did you just say? What?
You're not into what?
I don't do that. I've never done that.
Why do you think that she was wanting to have group sex with you because there were some girlfriends over at her apartment?
It was pretty clear. If you were there, you would have seen. And
Really?
It was like really blatant. There were girls giving each other back rubs and sipping wine and being really touchy-feely with me in a way, like touching my forearm, like
Okay.
Really?
times in conversation.
So you feel like she catfished you into having a group thing with her and a bunch of friends?
Yeah, and I'm just not the orgy type of guy. I just needed to get out of there. I'm more traditional.
Are you sure that you aren't reading into things a little too much and like she didn't just have some friends who were hanging out?
It became abundantly clear, like, one thing after the other, and, like, I was getting these looks, and the girl came over and was like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. Have you seen the tour yet? Have you checked out the bedroom? And it's like, what?
Dude, you are jumping to conclusion. This sounds like a normal evening with girls. You're saying that a girl touched your forearm and asked if you had toured the house, and suddenly that to you means group sex.
Well, it was multiple touches on the forearm, and I've got to say, she wasn't the only one.
Oh, my God.
And, I mean, they kind of look like porn stars.
That's completely insane. I knew he was a liar, but I didn't know he was like a creeper and a weirdo and completely delusional.
Hey, Chris, that's Meredith. She's actually on the other line listening.
What the hell is going on?
Meredith was listening to that whole conversation and apparently doesn't agree with you that she was about to have a huge orgy with you and her friends.
You have a very vivid imagination, Chris. You're delusional. It was just me and my friends hanging out.
You know, if it was me, I would probably want to deny it publicly as well.
So, Meredith, did you hear the picture that he painted?
Yes, I knew he was a liar. I didn't know he was like completely deranged. Thank you, because I've never heard anything like this.
So you weren't
Me and my
inviting
friends hang out.
you weren't inviting him over for some kind of ambush group sex party.
Absolutely not.
Well, what was all the touching about? I mean, your friend asked me to tour the bedroom like I've never seen a bedroom before. I know what that means. I'm not an idiot. I wasn't born yesterday.
Oh my God, Chris. It is very normal for people to give you a tour of their apartment the first time you're there. And I don't appreciate you calling me and my friends porno stars or whatever you said. That's really rude. My friends were all nice girls.
Oh, I can tell. They're super, super nice. And if I stayed, they would have been even nicer, I'm sure.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Meredith, did you know that he was such an idiot when you agreed to go out with
no idea.
You guys might think I'm an idiot and say I'm crazy, but I just call it like I see it. And that was a pre-orgy meeting.
A pre-orgy meeting.
I think you're getting for leaving.
I didn't even know those existed.
I didn't, yeah. Chris, for somebody who seems to not like orgies, you seem to know a lot about them.
No kidding.
I could smell it as soon as I walked through the door.
All right, well, I do have to ask the question. Chris, would you like to go out with Meredith again on a second date? We will pay for it.
No.
All right.
No, it is not my thing, but I am sure that you can find somebody who's going to suit your needs and participate in all that freaky sex party stuff.
Gross.
There you go, Meredith. There's still hope for you and your friends.
Ugh, disgusting. Hello?
Hi, is Nicole there?
This is she.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay. How you doing?
What is this? What's going on?
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, we call you to find out why. And we recently got an email from somebody who went on a date with you.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Eric. And I guarantee you remember going out with Eric because he almost killed you.
Yes, it is hard to forget a date like that. Yes.
So Eric told us a little bit about your date and the fact that he's been trying to get a hold of you and you haven't been calling him back. So he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why. I'm assuming it was the motorcycle ride that you didn't want to go on that's causing you to not call him back.
I mean, it wasn't a great start. You start off with the basic, why wouldn't you tell me you were going to pick me up on a motorcycle question?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you probably want to check on that before just showing up to your house like, hey, get on the back of my hog. We're going for a ride.
Yeah.
You had to have liked him a little bit because I can't even believe that you showed up to the restaurant after that whole incident.
honestly, I thought about at that point just saying, you know what, this isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he said he'd call me an Uber, and I was like, well, I'm already out here, and he's trying to make it better, and so I thought maybe I should give him another chance.
Okay. That is very nice of you.
Pity date.
So did you enjoy dinner with him then?
Well, I mean, we got there, and I was still really kind of shaken up. But it did start to get better when we got drinks, and I sort of sunk into date mode. You start asking the typical questions and doing the typical first date stuff.
And was the conversation going well and you guys were hitting it off?
Up to a point.
Up to a point.
That's
always
okay.
It's like a bless her heart, but
Yeah. What do you mean up to a point?
Well, I started asking, like, what movies do you like and what do you do for fun? Basic stuff. And one of my, first date questions is, do you have any guilty pleasures? And you ask a question like that and you sort of expect, like, I like to watch Dancing with the Stars, or I really like chick flicks, or something to that effect. But he says, married women.
What?
Say that again?
Say that one more time. What'd you say?
Married women.
Is his guilty
Is his guilty pleasure?
So that was my reaction. I started laughing because I definitely thought he was joking, but I looked up and he wasn't laughing or smiling or anything. He was completely serious.
What did he mean by that?
He enjoys being with married women. I mean,
what?
Oh my!
But I mean, that's like a big old red flag, way more than the motorcycle.
Wait,
Why would he offer that? Like, why would you tell anybody that?
Yeah, and on a first date. I mean, that's definitely not first date for me.
No.
What did you say to him?
I sort of panicked, and I was like, how many times? Thinking, maybe it was just one, and he was like, oh, it's my, kind of like a confession, like it's my guilty pleasure. I did it once, and it was guilty, and he literally couldn't give me a definitive answer because there were too many to count.
Oh no!
Hey, you got to give it to him. At least he's honest.
I suppose, but that's probably, where I'm going to have to draw the line.
All right. You've probably told a lot of your friends about that, huh?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
is
awesome story.
That
It's
is a
like-
great story.
Ultimate worst date story ever.
Nicole,
I'm always going to win.
yeah, you are. I also have to tell you that Eric is actually on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
That mother lover Eric is on the other line. Eric, where are you at?
Oh man, this is so misunderstood. There's such a misunderstanding here.
Come on.
There's a misunderstanding. You said that your guilty pleasure was being with married women.
No. First of all, I misunderstood what you meant by guilty pleasure. Obviously.
Yeah, I guess.
Understand that.
I thought she was like, "What's something you kind of feel like you may have been guilty of in the past that you want to admit to me?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, yeah. I do married women. It's my thing.
What about you?
It's not like I date married women. I've had a few experiences where married women have been attracted to me. It's not like I always follow through. She's making it sound a lot worse than it really is, actually.
Dude, you didn't really sound overly remorseful about it. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's something you enjoyed.
Well, I mean, it's just happened a couple of times.
Dude, you're an a-hole. You can't go around doing married women and then have other women think that that's okay.
I mean, in all honesty, married women are attracted to me, so it's more their fault than it is mine.
What are you going to do, right? Hey, if a married woman throws herself at you, you have to do it. You have no choice. Eric, so when you told us about your date, you didn't mention this conversation at all. Did this not seem like a big deal to you when you said that?
I didn't think it was.
What? How do you not think it is?
I don't know. It happened a few times in the past, and for the record, I don't think any husband has ever known about me.
Oh my gosh, that does not make
Good.
it better.
That makes
No.
it perfectly okay.
No.
I'm 100% serious.
That's not actually where the problem lies.
Why would she
You-
ever believe that you're not one big lying cheat after you admit something like that on a first date?
I don't think Eric's a liar. I think Eric is maybe honest to a fault. I think you can trust Eric, Nicole. That's one thing.
But I think that's accurate. I think he would cheat, but he would tell me.
Right.
I'm not
good
really
point.
sure that that's a win-win situation.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
I shouldn't have even brought it up.
No, you definitely shouldn't have brought that up.
I mean, again, it's not like I'm out looking for married women. I seem to my bike attracts a lot of married women.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I
Married.
don't know. It's not my fault. It just happens. It just seems to happen to me a lot. That's all I was kind of saying. Is that married women seem to come on to me a lot. Like,
You're not making this any better at all.
yeah, I mean that's why it's a guilty pleasure because I feel kind of guilty.
That makes sense.
You want to save your affinity for having sexual relations with married women until you guys are already dating for a little while, Eric. It's too early on a first date.
Honestly, Nicole, I thought we had a great time that night. I mean, aside from the bike and this misunderstanding in our conversation, I really think you're awesome. You're adorable. I don't know. You seem like someone I could definitely hang out with if you wanted to go out again.
He feels that way about you, Nicole, and you're not even married. That shows how much he cares. Yeah. Nicole, would you like to go out with Eric again? We'll pay for a second date.
Do it.
Don't you dare do it. That's the biggest red flag ever.
I really don't think so. I appreciate the offer though.
All right. You sure?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can hit him up later on down the line when you're married.
Hello?
Hi, is Daniel there?
Yep, speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
The radio show?
Yeah. Yeah, are you familiar?
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times.
Sweet. What do you think of it?
Yeah, you guys are cool.
You don't mean that one bit. You have not listened enough. I could tell that you did not really mean that.
He's like, I heard 10 minutes one time.
No, I did. I mean it.
Okay, sure. You could tell you didn't. You're like, yeah, you guys are cool. I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Well, I'm calling you today because we actually got an email about you.
Okay. About what?
Well, it's from a girl named Summer.
Oh, Summer emailed you?
Yeah. Yeah, we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So you went out with Summer, and she's tried to text you and call you since your date, but apparently you haven't responded, so she would call in the big guns.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah. So can you tell us why you aren't calling Summer back?
I don't really want to.
Well, she kind of wants an explanation. Dude, we talked to her, right? She had great things to say about you. She said it was like the best date of her life.
Yeah.
She was really complimentary.
That's really nice. I mean, we had a lot of fun. It was a fun time.
So you liked it?
She was fun.
Are you not attracted to her? Is that the issue?
No, she's cute. I like her. But it's just not going to work out.
Okay.
Well, why? If she's cute and you had fun.
That sounds awful.
Is that a problem? You don't like that?
No, I really like that. It's just she lied.
She lied?
Whoa.
About what?
Actually, let me rephrase that. She wasn't 100% truthful with me.
Okay. But who is on a first date? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is kind of an important thing that she wasn't very truthful about.
What was it?
Well, she said her name was Stephanie on Tinder.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when we met, it was revealed that her name is Summer.
So she uses a different name on Tinder.
Yeah, well, number one, I don't know why someone would do that, but...
I could think of a lot of reasons. Maybe she's got a crazy ex, or she doesn't want people to know, or she doesn't want her job to be able to search her on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, nonetheless, it still wouldn't work out.
Why?
Why is that a big deal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so her name is Summer.
Her name is Summer, okay.
My last name is Pants, and if we were to, I don't know, like long-term relationship, get married at some point, her name would be Summer Pants.
Come on, that is the dumbest.
I think that's amazing. Yeah. I would love that.
Well, I would not love that. It'd make me very uncomfortable knowing maybe people are making fun of her behind her back or something like that.
Oh, my God. You jumped so many steps, by the way.
Well, I know I'm going fast, but I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So I'm not there to just mess around with people. And
So you're looking for a forever pants.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, don't be a smarty pants, Jubal, okay?
You don't feel like somebody with the name Summer Pants would be the person that you want to be around all the time.
No, it's just a little too awkward.
Okay, but you are so many assumptions here. One, that she would even take your name when you got married. Like, a lot of women keep their last name, and that's fine.
No, I come kind of from a more traditional point of view.
So you want whoever you marry to take your last name?
Yeah, I do.
Even though it's an awkward life to live with the last name Pants.
I know it is. I'm living it.
But you're Daniel Pants, and you don't think Summer Pants would be a good partner for you.
No, I just couldn't do that to her.
All right. Well, and that's it? That's the only reason?
That is the biggest reason, yes.
That is so
Okay.
ridiculous to me.
Well-
Yes, you could be missing out on the love of your life because of a silly thing.
And years of great jokes.
Yeah, that's a problem for me. I don't want my wife's name to be a joke. I just want us to be a happy family of Pants.
Oh, my God.
See, now you're making jokes about your own last name, so you can't really judge.
No, I'm allowed to.
Okay, you're allowed to. Well, Daniel, I do have to let you know that Summer is on the phone listening right now, and she wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, you there, Summer
No.
Pants?
No.
I can't believe this. Wait, are you serious, Daniel? Really? It's just because of my name?
Yeah, I mean, your name can't be changed.
But like, this can't be the real reason. Like, there must be something else. And was there something else? Like, you won't hurt my feelings if you tell me.
No, look, I had a great time with you. When I thought your name was Stephanie, everything was fine. And then you told me your name's actually Summer, and that kind of was it for me.
This is so crazy. I just can't believe it. What if like Brooke said, I mean, I can keep my name. I don't have to change over to Pants. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm kind of looking to have someone that has my last name with me.
That is so weird. Yeah, but it's fine.
I can hyphenate. I can always have my full name on the registry, and then
You
it's
want to have
Summer
a
Stephanie
hyphenate
Pants.
Hyphen Pants, yeah.
Well, no, I don't care. Like, I really don't care what my name is. I think it'd be fine. I don't think people will think it's weird. And I love the name Pants. It's great. It's only 5 letters. That's perfect.
What?
Well, you know, on the Scantron forms and stuff like that, it's so annoying to have a long last name. I would
see
not
that.
mind shortening down the Pants.
That is true. It's a lot easier to fill things out.
Important things.
Look, I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to go around and say, hi, my name is Summer Pants, and have people making fun of you behind your back. Who knows?
Okay, this is going to sound really weird, but, like, I might just be ignorant. Is this, like, some sort of sex term that I don't know?
No, it
I
isn't.
don't know it either if you don't know it.
But I think it should be.
I mean, like, it's just you're making such a big deal out of it. I don't know if this is, like, some weird, like, what's
it'd
the
be the
reason? What's
same
so
if-
bad about it?
It'd be the same if your name was Autumn.
Autumn Pants or Spring Pants.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Daniel, I don't think that you're listening to her or anybody else in the room. Like, you are the only one that has a problem with Summer Pants.
And you guys aren't getting married anytime soon. If you do, you just had one date. Why not give it another shot, Daniel?
I just feel like we really got along well, and I really do want to see you again. And I don't know, like, I mean, I understand that you have reservations, but I mean, I think it's something that, you know, I'm okay with it.
She is so understanding, Daniel.
really
you are
nice.
going to be missing out if you worry too much about this pants thing.
So, Daniel, would you like to go out with Summer again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
What, you're going to pay for it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, let's go to Hawaii.
I'm not sending you to Hawaii, Mr. Pants.
I think dinner.
Well, you said you'd pay for it.
How about this dinner at somewhere local?
Or like a Hawaiian
Cap
restaurant.
$75.
I think that is pretty generous.
Yes, that's great.
You'll do that? All right. It could be a Hawaiian themed restaurant if you want. I don't care. Summer, does that sound good? Another date with Daniel?
That sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Successful second date update.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah, I'm so excited. You better text or call me back, Daniel.
I will, Summer Pants.
See, now you guys already have a little joke. It could work out.
Yeah, it could. I'm super excited to potentially be Mrs. Summer Pants.
Yep. Don't rush things along, all right? One pant leg at a time.
There it is.
God, thank you so much.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Carla, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Carla, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, what did you say?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
And we recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you, Carla.
Why?
That's a good question. Well, because you recently went out on a date with him, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. His name is Trevor.
He emailed you to call me.
Correct, because he says that you won't return any of his text messages or phone calls.
Oh, my God. You're laughing?
Why? Why would he? Like, I didn't respond. I think that should be a hint enough.
Yeah,
I know,
usually it should be. You're right, but we do this a lot on our show, and some people just want an answer. So he just wants to know why you're laughing and why you think this is so funny, basically.
Did he tell you about, like, what all happened?
On your date?
Yeah.
Well, he told us a little bit about your date. He said there was a moment where he felt like he might have offended you.
Like, how did he say he offended me?
He said that you guys were talking at one point, and he commented on your shoulders and said they were very broad, and you looked like you were an Olympian or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of weird.
You don't sound offended, though.
No, I mean, I used to swim. I swam in college. Like, I know I have broad shoulders.
Oh, so he's actually spot on. Wow. It was like an accurate observation.
Yeah, but it's kind of a weird just thing to point out on a date, especially on a first date,
Yeah.
It's not usually the compliment women are looking for.
No, usually almost anything but that.
Yeah. The eyes, the hair, all kinds of things to choose from rather than focusing on how big your shoulders are.
It's not even just like how big my shoulders are. It's that they're Olympic sized.
But you could understand that he was nervous and he didn't mean any harm by it.
I get that. I really just wanted to move on after that comment.
Yeah, that's understandable. Fantastic.
What else did he tell you about our date?
He told us that was like the main thing. He did say at the end of it, you kind of like ran to your car.
No, he said a light jog.
Yeah, he said. I'm sorry. He said that you walked outside. You didn't really say goodbye to him. No hug, no handshake, no nothing, and you kind of went from a fast walk to a light jog to your car.
I absolutely did. I could get the vibes that he thought it was going a lot better than I liked, and so I didn't want to have to turn him down if he went in for a kiss or a hug or anything like that.
I knew it.
So I just turned and walked away.
I just got to get out of here because I don't want to have the awkward situation of telling him no.
And I'm guessing it wasn't just the broad shoulders comment that made you go to a light jog to your car.
No, it wasn't. It was, oh my God. So we're sitting, we're chatting, dinner. He's kind of a weird dude.
Okay.
And then, so we start talking about our pets. I have a cat. And I pulled out a couple photos. I've shown up the cat's real cute. And he starts pulling out his phone and showing me pictures of his bird, his parakeet.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's a lot of them.
Okay.
All right, so he loves this little parakeet.
Well, it's not just love. It's more like an obsession.
Okay.
All
right.
Was it like every photo on his phone was his parakeet?
Almost every photo.
All right.
Oh, that could just mean that he's lonely too.
Sure, he likes animals, right?
Well, he's got all these photos, and the bird has an Instagram page.
What?
And he's got a Facebook page.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow. Okay. So
It's a lot.
So he loves this bird so much that you didn't feel like you wanted to get to know him anymore.
I just felt like you probably don't have any time for anything else in your life.
Whoa, hey, okay, I take offense to that.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's Trevor. I forgot to tell you that, Carla. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hello.
Oh my God.
First of all, his name is Steven Squawking, and he's pretty popular on Instagram and Facebook, but that's beside the point.
Really?
I just brought up Steven because I thought you were interested. I like you. I was sharing that with you because I wanted to share part of my life with you. I didn't think you would knock me down and literally run away.
First of all, I didn't run. I just walked away quickly. And your obsession with your bird is a bit much.
Well, my obsession could actually get us rich if he gets enough followers. So,
How many followers does Steven have?
he has 1,000 followers on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Whoa, all right. So you're building a business with your bird, Steven Squawking.
That is exactly right. He is my best friend and my business partner.
Carla, it's kind of cute in a way, right? He just loves his pet.
A couple pictures is cute, but he took the parakeet and got professional glamour shots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, he took the parakeet to a studio. They had someone light it, put it in outfits, and take photos and edit and tone them
Okay.
of a parakeet.
What is wrong with that? I care about him. He's my pet. I love Steven. I love him, and I can take whatever pictures I want of him.
You know what, Trevor? I really think you need to get a life. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but you're going a little overboard with this.
Get a life? I have a life. Steven Squawking is my life.
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
And you guys, that's why I didn't call him back.
Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense
All right.
after that lesson.
Well, Carla, I'm hoping I can change your mind because I would like you to go out on a second date with Trevor. Will you go out with Trevor one more time? We will pay for it.
Are you kidding me? I just told you he took glamour shots of his parakeet. I'm not going out with him again.
That's fine. I don't even want to go on a date with a bird hater.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're both in agreement then. You guys don't want to go out with each other.
No way.
Okay.
That's so much hate over
Well,
a bird.
Yeah, I mean, poor Steven in this deal. I wish we could talk to him and get his side of the story, but we can't. I don't think he can talk to us about it.
He's not available for interviews right now, but if you check his Instagram, he's going on tour soon.
Okay. I'll be sure to DM Steven Squawking and see if I can set it up.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Lana, please?
this is Lana.
Hey, Lana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Why are you calling me?
Because I recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay.
So much dramatic pausing.
Are you okay, Lana? What are you doing right now?
I'm nervous. What's going on?
Well, we do a segment called the Second Date Update on our show. It's basically if you go out on a date with somebody and end up not calling them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. And you recently went out on a date with somebody who listens to our show, and he asked us to call you today.
This is really strange.
His name is Evan. You met him out at the club a little while ago?
Uh-huh.
Did you like Evan?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
You don't know if you liked him?
I did. Things started one way and then they ended another way, and so I just don't think that we're a good match.
What do you mean it started one way and ended another?
Well, we met in the club and we were like dancing and everything was fine, and then we went off to have a conversation away from all of the...
So he told us about that, and he said that you guys were actually about to leave to go back to his place, and then your friends texted and were like, oh, we're worried about you, where are you? And then you left. I have a question for you. Did you make up that text message? Because we've heard of girls doing that.
Yes.
I do not
So your
blame
friends
you
really
at
didn't have an
all.
emergency.
Oh, no.
No.
All right. So you just wanted to get away from Evan.
Yes.
Was it just that when you actually talked to him, you saw how douchey he was?
No, I mean, he's definitely got a bro-y vibe, which I didn't mind. But we were sitting there, and in the club, I hadn't noticed because it was dark that he was wearing a Ferrari leather jacket.
Oh, stop it. Oh, my God, that
Ferrari
pains me.
gear?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
How old is he? Is he really
Oh,
old?
dude. What did you think about him wearing a Ferrari jacket?
I thought it was kind of sexy. I liked it.
See,
That is the opposite
I'm always
of what I
confused
thought.
because dudes who drive nice cars like Ferraris and Porsches, a lot of times they'll rock the keychains and the hats, and I'm just like, do girls like that, or is that just a douche move?
Well, it's actually funny you mention that because he did have a keychain as well.
Yes.
Of course.
So did
And you like that, though? That didn't bother you?
It didn't. No, it
Okay.
didn't bother me. We had a really nice conversation about Ferraris. I started asking, and he said it was like life-changing riding in a Ferrari because I've never been in one. And he was like really describing it to me and how powerful it makes you feel, and really like he was really selling it to me. I was like, wow, that sounds hot.
Were you just excited about this guy at a club because now he's a rich guy on top of a guy that you were dancing with?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Once I found out about that, I did think he was a little bit of a baller, and I was definitely intrigued. I was definitely on board with the lifestyle that he seemed to be living.
Hey, I'd date a dude with a Ferrari, sure. I could not. I thank you for being honest about that. A lot of people wouldn't be honest. They'd be like, "No, I didn't care." But if I met anybody who had a Ferrari, if I was talking to a girl in the club, I'd be like,
That'd be
"Dude,
so hot."
yeah, it would be sexy."
Yeah, I was very interested in him, and we were going to go for a ride. We were going to leave.
Okay.
And we walked outside, and he took out his keys with the Ferrari keychain on it, and he hit the dismantle the alarm button, and he had a Camry.
So he
had a Camry.
So he's wearing Ferrari stuff and driving a Camry.
Yeah.
Does he have a Ferrari? Did you ask him about that?
I don't know. We had 30 feet before we got to the Camry. I freaked out because I was like, he might be lying about other stuff because it seemed to me that he was presenting himself as one way and really he was another.
Do you feel like he was trying to use like the Ferrari jacket and the Ferrari keychain as part of his game?
I think so. I felt that way. I just felt duped and I didn't like it.
Would you have been at all interested in him if you knew from the get-go that he drove a Camry?
It wouldn't have bothered me that he drove a Camry because I was enjoying his company, but I just didn't like that I felt like he was lying.
Yeah. Too bad he wasn't wearing a Camry jacket and a Camry.
That'd be so sweet.
Hey, Lana, I would like to ask him if that's just part of the thing that he does to get girls. Aren't you curious?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty curious.
Perfect, because he's actually on the other line listening, and we can ask him right now.
Oh, God, are you serious?
Lana, I never told you I owned a Ferrari. Okay, we just talked about them. I never said I owned them. That's on you if you believe that.
I mean, I don't really know what you expected me to think when you're wearing a Ferrari jacket, you're carrying the keys and the keychain, and you're acting like your day-to-day life is driving around in a Ferrari. That is how you presented yourself to me. So don't act like
come on, girl. No. Look, you carry around a Gucci purse. Am I just supposed to assume that you own a factory in Italy? Come on. Right?
That's terrible.
If I'm carrying around a Gucci purse, you can assume that I'm carrying a Gucci purse. I don't assume that you own a Ferrari factory because you have a Ferrari jacket.
Yeah, and the difference is she actually has the purse. She's not wearing a jacket that says she has a Gucci purse, and then she pulls out a Kenneth Cole one.
That'd be amazing, though.
Whatever, okay? We talked about the time I drove a Ferrari, right? I mean, that's in the past tense. I drove a Ferrari, okay? I'm not currently driving one, and I never said I was currently driving a Ferrari.
You said to me that I should really try it sometime because it's the most powerful feeling on earth. Being behind the wheel of a Ferrari is like having all these horses in front of you and pulling you around.
Yeah, you
love
know what,
it,
Lana?
respect
Lana,
you.
I was going to show you the most powerful thing on earth, but you didn't get in my Camry.
Oh. Oh, Evan.
I'm glad that I'm never, ever, ever going to be with you because you tried to dupe me. And if you're lying about your Ferrari, God knows what you're lying about in your pants.
I would love to ask you at this point, Lana, would you like to go on a second date with Evan? We'll pay for it.
I would rather drink motor oil.
Ferrari motor oil.
Hey, whatever, Lana. One day I will have a Ferrari, and you ain't going to get a ride in.
Oh, my God. That's a really nice dream, Evan. I'm really excited for when you get a cardboard box and write Ferrari on the side of it. Good luck with that.
Whatever.
Thank you, Lana. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
And Evan,
Oh, Evan.
sorry you couldn't get a second date, man.
Well, just be tripping about this.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Janine, please?
Can you put me on your do not call list, please?
Well, you don't even know who I am or why I'm calling.
I'm not interested, okay? Please put me
You
on
might
your
be
do not call
interested.
list.
I'm not like trying to sell you anything. This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yes, I don't want you to buy anything. Can I talk to you for a second, please? I'll make it quick. I'll get to the point, okay? You recently went out on a date to the zoo and puked.
What?
That was quick and to the point.
How did you know that?
I know that because the guy you went out with, Brad, he wanted us to call you because
Oh my
you haven't
God.
been answering any of his phone calls or text messages. So he thought maybe we could find out what happened and why you don't want to go out with him again.
Why do you think I wouldn't call him back? That was probably the worst date. No, that was definitely the worst date I've ever,
Oh my God.
ever had.
It sounds horrific. Like not only just like the allergic reaction or whatever happened to you and the puking, but the monkeys freaking out and children crying.
Wow. He told you everything. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's okay. Great.
He also told us that he really liked you and isn't like weirded out by the fact that you threw up all over the monkeys.
Not on the monkeys.
No, he's just being nice. I mean, I projectile vomited everywhere. It was disgusting. Like kids were crying. It was the worst. And like I even had like an issue downstairs too. Just to round it all out. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, girl. But here's the thing. If this guy still wants to get a hold of you, he obviously really likes you. Like if you can do all of that on a first date and he still thinks you're awesome.
Honestly, I think he's probably just being nice because I can't imagine anyone wanting to go back out with me.
Well, I mean, he went to a radio show to call you because he wanted to go out with you again, and I don't think he knows about your downstairs issue, whatever that was, because he didn't bring that up.
Poor thing.
Well, I think I blamed it on the monkeys.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
man.
What did you
Yeah.
feel like when your mom finally came?
Oh my God. Who wants to like cry in front of a guy to their mom? But I kind of did because I was mortified. It was just embarrassing.
You're okay now though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. It's just my ego. But yeah.
Poor thing.
You know, I've had a lot of allergies my whole life, and it's just weird allergies like strawberries, orchids, shark. I'm just embarrassed by the whole thing. I don't even know what to say to him. So I'd rather just stay away.
So that is why you're not calling him back. You're not calling him back because you're embarrassed about vomiting and all the other bodily functions that happened.
Yes. I mean, how could we ever come back from an experience like that?
Well, I think that just means that you guys have moved to the next stage in your relationship. You know, a lot of people put pride in that. They're like, we're so close, we go to the bathroom with the door open. You're like, I don't even wait for a bathroom. I do it in the zoo. You know? You guys are close now.
I don't know.
Well, I'd be interested to see how he feels, and we can ask him because he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Janine.
Oh, my God. You've been listening this whole time?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Okay. Awesome.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just glad you're okay. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm fine, except my ego, I guess. Really just poured out my insides to you, didn't I?
Well, I mean, I've seen them before.
Good point.
Yeah. I guess if you take that literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about all the other stuff.
Yeah, didn't really want you to know about the other stuff, but okay.
You know, I know it was crazy. It was a crazy date. I mean, there's no getting around that. But through it all, like, I'm glad it was with you. And I mean, up until that point, it was the best date I'd ever been on. And
Hey.
I don't know. I was so worried about you after I didn't hear from you, and I don't know. I can't get you out of my head, and I could see us going somewhere, and yeah, I was worried.
Wow. Oh my God, that's so sweet.
I know, it's so cute. I'm gonna explode.
I know. It makes me want to crap my pants right now.
Stop it, Jubal. You
That's
stop
what I
it.
do when I get excited.
Like, I know you're saying these nice things right now. I don't know, just because you're on the radio or something, but you saw me throw up like The Exorcist, like projectile vomit. So I guess I can't trust that you're being honest, because I can't imagine that you'd want to like kiss me after that. You know, I'm just being completely honest.
I get that. Look, I didn't want you then, but it didn't mean I didn't want you ever. I mean, what's a little puke? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, and it's a little allergy problem. That's nothing.
Yeah, but it's more than just like going to the zoo. I have allergies to like everyday things. There are going to be things that I don't even know I'm allergic to that come up later on, you know, and it could happen again. So
I don't mind puke. Like, I could do puke all day. Like, I puke with you, hold your hair when you puke. Like,
All right.
Oh my God, you found your vomit soulmate.
Yeah.
I mean, we can be in a plastic bubble on our dates. Like, you know, or bring airplane bags for you to throw up in. Like, I really don't care. That's not the point. As you know, as long as we're together doing it, nothing else should really matter.
That's pretty impressive, Janine.
Oh, come on, Janine.
He's a good guy.
What do you think? Do you want to go out with him again? Would you go out with Brad one more time on a second date? We will pay for it.
If you say no, you are crazy.
I mean, Brad, are you serious? Do you seriously want to go out again? Like, seriously, non-radio, like us.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Absolutely.
Janine, what do you need this man to say? He likes you. For
I know.
goodness
It's going to be
sakes,
so
woman.
embarrassing. It'll be so embarrassing to see him again.
No.
Whoa.
It can't get any worse than me watching you puke into a monkey cage. So please, just give me a second chance, and I promise everything is going to be great this time. It's going to be okay.
What do you think, Janine? One more chance.
Okay. Yes.
You'll do it?
I'll do it.
All right, awesome.
Oh, yay.
Good.
Congratulations, Brad. You got a second date.
Did it.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to send you somewhere where there's plastic on the floor just in case things go bad.